It's the NFL playoffs on EA Sports. No bigger stage than this one. Sold out MetLife Stadium, located just outside of New York City.
All right.
Strap in, the first of 3 on this Sunday. What a day we have in store. Super Wild Card Weekend on EA Sports. And this opening dynamic kickoff not going to be returned. It'll come out to the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Already here, they'll audible to something else. They'll start this drive out on the ground. They'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at 2nd down.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left in no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Not liking the look. They'll change the play. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down.
Good running right there. And this is a man who's a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances. And he picks up nice yardage on that one.
First down, they'll go to the ground attack. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Excellent effort defensively by him. 2 tackles for a loss last week, now 1 here in the first quarter.
He's an absolute disruptor, isn't he? And I think most offenses would love to go against guys who just want to hold the point of attack and try and keep things clean for their linebackers. But when they make those moves and they can get upfield, past the offensive line into the backfield, that's hard to handle.
It'll be a gain of 5. And now 3rd down and 6 to go. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on. And I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where
into a double team and it's intercepted. And the Jets are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. And certainly, look, you're on the road in the playoffs. That is a suboptimal start, opening drive INT.
And, partner, sometimes I wonder.
Bullshit. Oh, that baseline defense. Bullshit.
Maybe you almost talk yourself into the turnover when you're trying to avoid it.
Yeah, maybe they get a little too worried about keeping the football, and then you give it to the other team right off the bat. And, look, we said it, on the road, this is just a terrible, terrible start for them.
It is, and now they've got to rely on their defense.
Looking left side, he's got it complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
What an intelligent play as he found open grass and uncovered quickly. A nice clutch play to move the chains. The defense, they've got to do a much better job of accounting for these shorter routes.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Solid running there. And, CD, we hear so much about what it takes to win in the playoffs. Most people like to include having a strong running game in their assessment. And with this man in the backfield, this group has a strong running game without a doubt.
Oh, I absolutely agree with you there because in terms of yardage, he's a top 5 running back in the league. And in terms of impact on a game, not many better than him. And when they're flowing and he's carrying the ball consistently, they're tough to beat.
And this is what you want to do in the first half of a playoff game. Get the running game established. He was a big part of their run to a division title. So they're going to rely on him to carry a heavy load here in the playoffs. He whips up a nice run there.
And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not. And he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
Hey, Smash! 7 Pirates! 7 Pirates!
And he was able to shed one tackle but could not get away from there.
It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal. When we talk about being on schedule, I think they're on schedule after that run, getting it right down there on the doorstep.
Maybe even a little bit ahead because now the defense can't dictate with pressure. They're guessing about where you're going to go. I might come right back at them with the same play, the same set, and see if they can stop them.
Jacobs. Oh, he's going absolutely nowhere as he is hit behind the line.
Well, they had stopped him for a loss on the run anyway, so they'll decline that.
It's almost a good psychological advantage, isn't it? You created a penalty, and you still couldn't gain yards against us. No way we need to take that one.
Now from back at the 5, this is 3rd and goal. Back to throw. Travis. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. A tough time to take the sack. Now it's 4th and goal, and that's a loss of 6. Now Jake Elliott for the field goal try. And this one will be a 29-yard attempt. The kick by Elliott is good. And the Jets hit the board first. It's 3-0. So a pretty good opening drive. That'll make the home fans somewhat happy. They wanted 6, but they got 3 in the early lead.
And they should be happy. The guys look good getting down the field. That's got to give them a little bit of hope that good things are in store here today for them.
And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll take it across midfield down into Jet territory. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground.
And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38.
A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos first down.
Well, when you're a road team in the playoffs, when you're a wild card, what's the one thing you need to be able to do to stay in football games? Run the football. And that's an excellent job right there of identifying where to go and picking up good yardage.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll go down at the 28. 40 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
Excuse me. Shit, sorry.
Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on second down. Here's a give up the middle. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That one good for 13 and a Denver first down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Oh, excuse me.
So the ball down to the 16 here for first and 10. They'll try and run this one right up the gut. They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
2nd and 9. Throwing Nix. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he is going to lose yardage here. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage. And now 3rd and 11 coming up. They're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. To throw, here's Nix. He's got his target. That's complete. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a first down.
A field goal helps, but a touchdown gets you the lead. That had to be the message transmitted in the huddle. And they delivered there as that throw is going to keep the drive alive. And even better than that, set them up with a 1st and goal.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Broncos have taken the lead.
Well, he'd been the workhorse on this drive, and it would have been unfair to bring someone else in to finish the job. So they go back to him again, and he delivers with a touchdown run.
Yeah, Jets user and I, we played earlier in the season as well. We had a really good game. I think, but I threw 3 turnovers in that game, if I remember correctly. So that gave him 3 opportunities to get points, and he did. He got points. I think maybe 1 touchdown and 2 field goals out of those 3 turnovers in our last game. So I got to minimize the turnovers in this game.
And off it goes. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall.
Nice. This tackle. Bad miss tackle.
He's across midfield and down to the 49. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets first down.
His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurtling through them.
It's complete.
That's easy.
And down to the 20.
Easy, bro. That's his favorite. That's one of his favorite plays.
He got 29 yards that time.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Brandon, once that one broke down, there were only so many options left for him to take. Fortunately, only 1st down, so he smartly got the yardage he could get and didn't worry about trying to turn it into a bigger play and end up taking a bigger loss. Here, they hope they can regroup and get something different going here on 2nd down.
Out of the gun, they run it with Hall.
Oh, god damn, man. Big old hole. Big old hole.
Breece Hall, an 18-yard touchdown run. And the Jets are once again back in front. Elliott good with a PAT. And the lead is now 10-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Now they'll change things around before the snap. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. 2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. Here now, 3rd and a yard. To throw is Nix. That is caught. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Well, forget the run on 3rd and 1. They shock the D and rip off a pretty big play. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now a handoff running through the middle. And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line. 69 yards rushing for him in this first half as he has certainly carried over his regular season success into the playoffs. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
Second down and 3. Now they try the right side here. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
I think we all suspected that they were going back to him after he found the end zone on his last carry. And they kept the positive momentum going there. Another nice run by him.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. A great effort there with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Broncos will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. So his strong first half continues as he finds the end zone here for the second time.
And definitely good blocking at the point of attack. And you just have to love watching the way he can create space down near the goal line. And he's able to take it into the end zone.
Okay. Right, guys. Not bad, not bad, not bad. This is how our game started out last time. We were really tight, and then third quarter, we had a horrible... We had a horrible third quarter in our last game. We gave up 17 points in the third quarter, so we kind of allowed that this time.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take it.
Oh, get the fuck out of here with that bullshit.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
And normally when you think about huge...
Damn, that's fucked up.
It's that shifty slot receiver, that burner on the outside. Not here. That's a tight end doing work down the field. Where's the oxygen mask? He's going to need it after that one. A big, big play.
19 Lions. Set go.
Operating from the gun. Travis to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That's a pretty play there. Got in at the last second, helped force the ball free, and kept them out of the end zone.
That was fucked up, dude. He just threw it up in the air, dude. Fucking defender couldn't even get around and at least swat the ball.
The kick by Elliott is good.
Gave up 3 points in 2 plays.
For this first half. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live.
Nevertheless, good defense, though. We didn't give up a touchdown. Good defense.
Ready to rock for the third quarter.
Looks like it's about to rain.
Both teams trying to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive for them, because is it going to win the game? No, but you have to do something to bring some life to your sideline.
First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a first down, too.
Come on, team. Come on, team.
They'll give to Hall. And he's fortunate to get anything from that. Give him a yard up to the 49.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Hall again on second down.
Able to slither by. And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35. 66 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
A good run there off right tackle in an old school NFL football.
Shattered that fool's ankles. Who was that? Number 7? Destroyed his ankles.
The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009, 2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
Here we go, set.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. Loose inside the 30. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
Operating from the gun, Travis. This pass out wide to Hall. And he's stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
They'll run with Hall. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24.
I like this focus there because he wasn't thinking about breaking that one big. All he thought about was, I need 1. Let's go get that. Ended up picking up 2.
They'll look to throw here on first down. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his 2nd incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit. A lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
Option play. Here's Hall. What a great effort there. He's going to get this inside the 15, and they'll spot it at the 13-yard line. Nice run. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets first down.
This has been a good drive so far, and it's been the running game for the most part that's powered them down there. Another nice burst there, picking up a first down. Now it's 1st and 10, as you said, in the red zone.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Here's Hall again. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Third quarter, wild card round. Thanks for being along for the playoff ride with us. Here's 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Travis. They'll set up the screen for Hall. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Breece Hall. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Jets have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half. Elliott good on the extra point, and that'll make this a 6-point game. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good second half here. Came out of the locker room, one-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. Well, this offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back.
Yeah, and it feels like you're going back and forth almost a little bit like a tennis match, right? And we're just, our heads just keep moving. Which side has it? Which side's going to score? How are they going to go out doing it? A little bit of a challenge for each side trying to match each other.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Running the ball served them well all game long, and there's another example as they pick up a first down.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack.
And slow going there as he'll only get a yard, maybe, up to the 41.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Now we're at the 41, 2nd and 9. On play action, here's Nix.
It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a first down, too.
What's up, dog? Done for the day? Oh, you got physical therapy today?
Back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And for one of the few
Oh, I thought you had it on
times
Tuesdays.
this
No,
one's
okay.
not going to go anywhere. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a
It's
big
not like
way.
a schedule
I
thing.
think doubling him
They
has to
obviously
be a
got it
priority
scheduled like
because
that.
you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Okay.
Now it's Nix.
Fuck.
And that's to the left sideline and incomplete.
All right. I'll think about it. What? Where'd you get them?
Like, like one of the guys pulled up with like the working truck, just the regular working truck. He opened up the back gap and there was something fucking sweet there.
Wow, really?
Here comes the second
Damn.
play now on this drive as this is 3rd
I
and
didn't
10.
even know if I pick a box or just wearing one up. I was like,
Nix to the air.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
Is it plain, simple, and good?
3rd with a gain of 22.
I don't care how many times
All
we
right.
see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
And a really good show of force there as he gets through for 4 tough yards.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
2nd down and 6 now.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. 1 quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Broncos on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
Here's Nix.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score from 21 yards away.
And the Broncos are an extra point away from taking the lead here in the 4th.
What a dot. That was a dot, guys. That was a fucking dot. That was a window right
Point
there.
after try forthcoming. And they have taken the lead here in this 4th quarter.
Right. I need a big-time stop from this defense. This defense has fucking been really good all season. I need them to be good right now. Fuck all season. I need them to be really good right now. He scored on every possession but one.
And a nice return sets him up.
Got him to punt at least once. 5:52 on the clock. I can see him wanting to kill the clock.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. If they want to advance in this divisional round, look, obviously the time is now. Trailing here in the fourth as they go to work on a crucial drive, 1st and 10. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Well, those two have hooked up for a touchdown once already in this game, that time unable to find the completion.
Yeah, it just appeared they wanted to get him out into open space and try and get him the football. As you mentioned, unable to connect.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Flushed out right. And this time he's got the
That's bullshit.
And they'll get it up
He still gets that shit out like that. Good play, look. Some bullshit. Come on, Madden. Come on, Madden. Keep it fair, bud.
Here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a
Don't be doing that shit, Madden.
And you and I both know
keep it fair.
This is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Straight ahead is Hall. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Well, on every play call,
he likes those counter runs too, so I have to be careful with that.
Setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now. Hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
From the 48-yard line, here's the 2nd down and 6. And he'll find Hall. He's across midfield. And he's going to be out of bounds.
Yeah, this shit is getting hella glitchy right now, yo. Not cute. Not cute. Last 2 plays. 3 plays, actually. I might have to cut the stream, guys, if this keeps up. I'm not going to sit here and fuck around with this shit. Doing a lot of motions and stuff, so you can't take that chance, you know what I mean?
Matchup against a linebacker, or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz. He's going to win that battle just about every time.
Hall on a give up the middle. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. And they'll be inside the 25.
Yeah, see, every time he does a little juke like that, I'm glitching, so I might cut the stream.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
They go play action here on 1st down. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
So it looks like
elbow sprain for Claiborne.
Headed for the red zone, but if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
Oh my gosh. Cluster.
Here's 2nd and 10. Back to the ground with Hall. And he'll be down close to the first down marker as he gets this to the Broncos' 15-yard line. 101 yards rushing for him now as he goes over the century mark here in the wild card round. Ninth play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.